Good morning, everyone. Today we are here. Welcome back to the chapter, and today we are here with the chapter Crystal Cave, the Crystal Cave. And as you know that we have completed this chapter, and today we will discuss about the question answer and the exercises of this chapter. Okay. So here it is, our first reading one. Okay. First question is, at the opening of the story, Grandma playfully makes the children realize the importance of salt. How does she do that? What do you think? How does Grandma made them realize about the importance of salt? Yeah, when Tenyag and Changun came home, Grandma told them to taste ladful of broth without and then after adding salt. They got some means they were able to differentiate that before means the broth what they have tasted before adding the salt was tasteless, was awful, very bad, but after when Grandma added salt in it, and then when they had tasted it, it had given some taste to that broth, and this is the way they get to realize that what is the importance of salt. uh, okay. Second one, why does Grandma think that their village was rich? Grandma thought their village was rich because at that time they had salt in their village. Okay. Third, the North knew how to make salt in the past. How did they make it? Yes, Nock knew how to make salt. They made salt with a salt spring that were used to flow in their village, and they built shallow troughs and filled them with salt water. They kept the salt water in the sun, which was dried up in the sun, and leaving grains of salt in the troughs. Okay. What does a ribbon of light green against the darker green of dense jungles refers to? A ribbon of light green against the darker green of dense jungle refers to the small ferns and creepers in the jungle. Okay, because of the dark thick leaves, tall trees, between them some small creepers, herbs was there, which was in light green. Did the children get scared of the herd of elephant? Yes, the children get scared of the herd of elephant. How do you know? We know because as they saw the elephant, they thought of staying there and they waited for 2 hours before leaving the herd of elephant. Yes, because of that they waited for 2 hours before the elephant had gone from their place. Question number 6. The children use various clues to locate the salt spring. What are the clues? The clues were the hoof marks, pug marks of wildcats, imprint of elephant feet. Okay. Why are they the right clues? They were the right clues because they means they were able to locate them to the salt spring that brings them to the place that was a hollow, and it was a cave of crystal, and there they could find the salt. There is a line. Question number 6 is, the children use various clues to locate the salt spring. What are the clues? The clue to locate the salt spring were the hoof marks, pug marks of wildcat, imprints of elephant feet. Why are they the right clues? They were the right clues because the natural salt lick was where wild animals came to lick the earth for salt. Okay, and as I have told you that they were taking some of the sodium and chlorine for surviving themselves. Okay. There is a line in the story that read as, then carrying the treasure upon their backs, they began the descent home. A. What is the treasure? The treasure was the salt. The salt was the treasure. And why it is called a treasure? It is said to be a treasure uh, from many years the salt was not in the village, but because of that children Tenang and Changun, they made it possible to find the salt. Okay, so it is called a treasure. Reading 2, do you agree with Grandma Kamlong that Nok village was rich in the past? Why? Yes, I agree with. Yes, we agree with Grandma Kamlong that the Nok village was rich in past because they battered the salt for clothes, beads, and other necessities. Right? According to Grandma Kamlong, if the village had salt, the village would be self sufficient, right? What is your description of a self sufficient village? Self sufficient village means a village which can survive independent without any outer help, especially regards to the production of food. Okay, so a village which can survive independent and without any outer help, especially regards to the production of food, it is known as means a self-sufficient village. Okay, and discuss your idea with your talking partner and then with the class. So we'll discuss it in the class, but rest of the means half of the question up to what is your description, you write it. There were children of the mountain. The steep climb may have exhausted others, but not them. Do you agree with this statement? Yes, we agree with this statement, and you have to find out the reason with your because by discussing it with your partners or whatever. Who deserve to be a chief guest as a festival? Do you think Tenang and Changwon deserve to be a chief? Give reason for your answer. Yes, they deserve to be the means who deserve to be a chief guest as a festival. Means Tenang and Changwon deserve to be the chief guest as a festival. And do you think Tenang and Changu deserve to be a chief guest? Yes, they deserve because of them. Now again, the villager had found the salt, and now they can start living their life like earlier. Because with that they can batter the salt for clothes, beads, and other necessities. You can discuss it with your means you can give some reasons for your answers. Okay. Now the next one is vocabulary. Synonyms. What is the synonyms? Synonyms are words or phrases that have exactly or nearly the same meaning as each other. Okay? They have nearly and exactly the same meaning. Means for one word you can write another word, you can use another word, but they will have the same meaning. For example, advice is a synonym of counts. Okay, when we are giving some advice, instead of that we can say that I am giving you some counts. Okay, look, view, see, peer, and glance are synonyms of each other. Yes, we are telling look at this point, have a view, please uh, peer and glance, have a glance over this, means they are the synonyms of each other. Okay, find out the meaning of underlined word in each sentence, then tick all the words that can replace the underlined word in a sentence. One has been done for you. Remember, the meaning of the statement must not change. Yes, in synonyms means you have to use another word for the underlined words, but the meaning of sentence could not be changed. Okay. So I have given this exercise in your assignment too, and now I'll give the means I will discuss over it. First one, our village is poor now. We are no longer self-sufficient. Self-sufficient means independent. Okay. First one is done for you. Now from the second one we'll see. Early next day after their morning meal, Thenang and Changun started for their quest. Quest means what can be their adventure. The correct answer is adventure. So far, they had met with only one obstacle, a large python. Obstacle, what we can use instead of obstacle, we can use obstruction. Okay. Pangolin Scampering through the undergrowth. Scampering, instead of scampering, what we can use? We can use running. Okay. Question number 5. The poor white crystalline hell heaps glittered in the slanting rays of the afternoon sun. Instead of glittered, what we can use? We can use sparkled. Okay. Now the next one is grammar part. This is not unknown to you. I know that in this we will have a look on nouns types. Okay. So what is noun? Everybody knows that nouns are words that name people, animal, things, place, qualities, feeling, events, organization, and concepts. Yes, there are some more things which means commonly we know about people, animal, things, places, but here some additional are there: qualities, feelings, events, organization, and concepts. Okay. Read these sentences from the story. But halfway up the mountain, a more serious obstacle came their way. A herd of wild elephants, Changun said, taking care not to make the least noise. They crawled up a little ahead. The underlined words are nouns. It is clear. Let us take a look at the different types of noun. Okay. The underlined words are nouns. Let us take a look at the different types of nouns. Okay. As we know, nouns types: common noun, proper noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, concrete noun, abstract noun, and the last one is collective noun. Okay. So, some underlined words are given there from the story: mountains, obstacle, herd, noise, chaos, changun, elephant. Now you have to separate them. Common noun, what it will be? Mountain and village. Proper noun, Changun and Khonsa. Countable nouns, nest. Uncountable noun, water, salt. These are the things taken from the story itself. Concrete noun, men, bucket. Abstract noun, lies, ideas. In a countable noun, and in uncountable noun, concrete noun will be money, wood, and in abstract noun, fun and kindness. Okay. Abstract noun is the thing which we cannot feel with our sense organs. We can only means we can only think about it. Common nouns are name. What are common nouns? Common nouns are names which we use for any person, place, ideas, or things. And what is proper noun? Proper nouns are words used to name a particular person, place, ideas, or thing. A proper noun begins with a capital letter. This is the proper hint for you to find out which is proper noun, which is common noun. Okay. Common noun: girl, Donna, Tammy, Lakshmi. Ocean: Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Cartoon characters: Doraemon, Ben 10, Chhota Bheem, Mickey Mouse, etc., etc., etc. Here is a story. Read the story below. Underline 5 common nouns and circle 4 proper nouns. Some are done for you as example. One is done for you for example, and rest of the things you have to write. Means 5 common noun you have to find from this paragraph, and 4 proper noun you have to find it. You have to do it yourself. Most nouns can be counted. These are called countable nouns. They have both singular and plural form. You know about it. For example, tree, trees, rock, rocks, sister, sisters. The nouns that cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. For example, water, sand, rice, music, love. These are mostly used in singular form. For example, we do not use the plural forms of the following, like luggage. We do not use luggages. For information, we are not using informations. Sugar, we are not using sugars. They are the plural form of uncountable noun. Okay. Sugar, luggage, information, furniture, they are the plural form of uncountable noun. In specific context, plural form of uncountable noun are used. For example, the word water is sometimes used to refer to a large expanse of water in a particular area, like a river, lake, sea, oceans, or a country, right? For example, the waters from two mighty rivers fall into the Bay of Bengal in Bangladesh. You can see water is an uncountable noun and it is the plural one, right? When we are saying river, that is a uncountable noun, but instead of that it is also a plural uncountable noun. Okay. The ship was found floating in international waters. Okay, you could understand it, right? Second one, write C next to countable nouns and use C next to uncountable nouns. So here some of the words given in which you have to decide whether it is countable, whether it is uncountable. Okay, so you can do it. It is not a big thing for you. Nouns that name abstract ideas, emotion, or mental state are called abstract nouns. Means you cannot touch it with your five sense organs. Okay. For example, love, anger, happiness, and kindness. These are already explained in the earlier classes of grammar part, right? The nouns that we can experience with our five senses are called concrete noun. They have both singular and plural form. They can be countable or uncountable. For example, uncountable concrete noun, wood, still, sand, sugar. They cannot be counted, and they are concrete also. Countable concrete nouns are trees, songs, which can be counted, and they are the concrete one. You understand what is concrete noun? It is the nouns which can be felt with our five sense organs. Okay. Question number third, write A next to the abstract nouns and C next to the concrete nouns. Means you have to write A for the abstract nouns and C for the concrete noun. Abstract noun which cannot be felt with our five sense organ, like we cannot touch it, we cannot feel it, we cannot touch it, we cannot smell it, we cannot see it, we cannot hear it, and we cannot taste it. Okay. And abstract noun means concrete noun, just opposite of abstract noun. Fill in the blanks with appropriate collective nouns given in the box. I have means this I have also given in the assignment. First one is a dash of cards, a deck of cards. B, a troop of dancers. C, pile of cloths. D, a band of musicians. E, a pack of poles. F, an army of soldiers. A dash of experts. A panel of experts. A dash of players. A team of players. Okay, it is very easy. Using a dictionary. Root words. A root word is a word from which other words grow. Words that grow from a single root are called its family. Means the word which are grown from means ancient time. From very ancient time it is known as the root word. Okay. Since many words in English are of Latin and Greek origin, many root words come from these languages. Learning the meanings of root word make it easier for us to understand. Means for this you can use some dictionary. For this means whenever you are searching a word in a dictionary, you always see that it is in bracket it is written Latin, it is in bracket it is written Greek. Okay. Odd, cent, bio, tele, or means odd in Latin to hear, cent Latin 100, bio Greek life, tele Greek far off. Okay. Here are a few Latin Greek roots word and their families. Use the dictionary if you need to and complete the table. So now next topic is writing puzzle note. With the help of the given picture you have to complete the letter. Given below is a note written by Rohan to his friend. The first few lines of the letters are follow. That dear Bunty, I hope you are well. Last Sunday my aunt and I went to watch. Now go on and read the note and reply in a similar form. A hint, if you remember about homophones, then this task will become very easy for you. So we'll go like this. Dear Bunty, I hope you are well. Last Sunday, my aunt and I went to watch a radio football match. During the break, she said, I am tired. I am old. I can't see very well. I want some peace. Okay. Pulled out a book and biscuit from my bag. She read and ate happily. See you soon, Rohan. So this is all about the letter. You have to complete your chapter. You have to complete the exercises, go with the video properly, and go with the assignments properly. Okay, so all the best.